What's up, YouTube? Coming to y'all with another video. Just gonna talk about woofing right now in this video. I'm woofing right now. I'm getting ready to cut my hair tomorrow. Show you how long my hair has gotten. This is probably the longest it's ever been. Tomorrow I'm gonna give myself a number 2. I've never gave myself a number 2. That's gonna be the longest length I've ever had it. Just want to give y'all a little talk about woofing. Woofing pretty much is growing your hair beyond the time that you would normally cut it. So I haven't had like a true cut since maybe mid-November. So I'm about to cut it tomorrow for the first time in forever. And it's about that time because my hair is starting to get a little, I wouldn't say unmanageable because I can still manage it. But when you woof, you don't want to over woof, and when you over woof, that's when you can't really manage your hair at all, so don't do that. Tomorrow when I cut it, I expect my waves to be way better. That's the whole purpose of woofing. So you can have better connections, some depth. Your waves should just overall be better when you're done woofing. If your waves aren't better when you're done woofing, then you didn't woof right. It was no purpose of woofing. But yeah, some things you're gonna need for when you woof. This is probably the best brush to definitely use when you're woofing. The Diane A159. It's starting to rub off, but this brush is like super hard. I just started using this probably about 4 or 5 days ago. Probably should use it a little bit longer before then, but before then I was using my medium Lotto brush, the Torino Pro. I also use this Diane A177 on my crown. You definitely want to use combs. Combs are like your best friend when you woof. Combs loosen your hair up because the brush does get all your waves, but combing definitely helps you get your connections better. My connections have gotten better because I use my comb a lot. So you definitely want to use your comb. If my hair looks burgundy right now, that's weird because my hair is not burgundy, it's brown. But maybe because of the lighting, I don't know. As you can see, I got a few forks I gotta knock out. But yeah, you want to definitely use combs. It doesn't matter what comb. Something else you want to do, like I said, whoops, always dropping something. You can also get a razor comb. It has a razor on it. This can help tame your woof. As you can see the razor right there. This can trim the frizz off the top of your head. So if you want to try to maximize your woof, you want to either get a trim with clippers. And a trim is where you just take the tips of your hair off, or the frizz pretty much. Just get all that frizz. I don't really have a lot of frizz right now because I use that comb. But you definitely want to either use a comb or just get a trim. Some products I've used, you want to use pomades. I don't use a lot of pomades, not all the time. I mainly just moisturize my hair and brush and do-rag up, but using that Royal Butter, it's a great product. Man, it just smells so good. It just smells good. On my crown, I've used the Seasick Wave Pomade. Also, it doesn't matter what pomade really you can use in your crown, but I've used that or Murray's or the Wave Builder pomade. I haven't really, on my crown I haven't used, because I also sometimes use Cold Label pomade. But usually I don't use any of these two for my crown because they're not as thick based. They're more thinner pomades, but this is like my go-to, my favorite pomade. This is my favorite pomade. For moisturizer, I use that As I Am. I also use my Curl Enhancer Smoothie. You can get this at a store near you. Curl Enhancer Smoothie, as I Am Double Buttercream. Great product. You can see I've used it a lot. I have another jar waiting for me ready. And then I also use my plastic bag. You're probably like, why you got a plastic bag? It's because it lays my hair down. You probably want to try to get you one because it really does lay. When I first seen people using it, I'm like, why are they using a plastic bag? But when you think about the plastic bag, it doesn't suffocate your hair when you're going over it, but it pretty much pushes the air, because there's not air, I wouldn't say air, but when you use a plastic bag, it flattens your hair down. Whatever space is down there gets pushed out by using the plastic bag. So that's why you want to use a plastic bag. You can use your hand, but I would definitely go with a plastic bag opposed to my hand, because the plastic bag is just pure flatness and smoothness, so it just takes all that space out. And then it definitely puts down the frizz too. So yeah, when you're woofing, you want to use a hard brush. Like I said, the hardest brush you have, the Diane A159. I was coming off that medium brush, but when you're woofing, you also want to know when to switch over from brushes. When you want to know when to go from your medium brush to your hard brush. Don't just use a hard brush when you start woofing, because if it's too hard, it's going to be brushing hard on your scalp, because this is a really hard brush and you don't want to just be messing up your scalp. So definitely know when to change over to the next brush that you're going to use, or the harder brush. And I use this for my crown area, get my crown right. The razor comb takes the frizz off. These are good combs. These are good combs. It doesn't matter what kind of comb. You can get a basic rat tail comb. I got this from Sally's Beauty Supply Store, so it doesn't matter what comb. Just get a comb that can accommodate your length, because everybody's length is different. Also, you want to sometimes use pomades. Don't put on the pomade every single day. You're going to be having gunk all up in your hair, and that's unnecessary. Then you can use a moisturizer to keep your hair moisturized. I don't use products every single day. I don't need to use products every single day. When your hair gets trained, then you don't have to use it every single day. But I use a Seasick Wave pomade on my crown. And then, last but not least, you want to use a do-rag. This is the So Many Waves do-rag. You can get it off of Waves RS. Or my friend Leonardo Ramos, he hooked me up with it. And then I bobo cap. I said boo-boo. A bobo cap. And I pretty much put this do-rag on first, and I put this wave cap on top to be double compressed, to really compress my hair better. And then throughout the day I may use my Surag. I feel like the do-rag is better at night, overnight, than the Surag, but that's just my preference. I've only used the So Many Waves do-rag a couple of days now. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. What's up YouTube, just coming to y'all with another 360 wave video. This video pretty much is talking about mistakes that wavers may sometimes make. Some of these mistakes I've made myself, but of course I am learning from them. As you can see by my hair, I'm spinning. My hair has came a long way. I'm sorry. My hair has came a long way since I first started waving. The first thing I want to talk about is the wrong brushing technique. If you don't have the right brushing technique, that can cause a fork.